Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to more Black and White 2. I didn't realize that it wasn't quite running. There's a weird glitch with recording this game, where there's a sort of, you gotta press it twice and then hold it down the second time. Very, very interesting workaround for the recording button, but yeah, it works. Almost, thank God I always double check over on my second recording display monitor. That would have been interesting to completely miss an episode. That has never happened, and I do not make that a on the planned or to-do list, let's put it that way. So we've got a blah blah blah, who cares about the stupid scoreboard. This game is honestly half-baked. It was never completed, which is the shame, and that's why it's kind of like a mediocre thing. It's like, it was really cool and interesting when it came out, and despite it being incomplete, now we're on a new island, and we're now encountering the Japanese, it looks like.
To win through bloodshed, because you win without having to fight. There doesn't seem to be any opposition. And look, the missing arches.
We found the missing arches. Cool little cinematic panning. Like, look at how cool this was. It still is to this day, just the whole island and design. I'm going to have a few gripes with how the immigration system in this game works. It's honestly trash, because there's no point to build other villages. I really don't like the whole actual immigration system.
The Greeks return are true. My brother has sent me to make this island safe. This I will do.
Oh, sounds like a tribal commander, boss. We'd better start building now. These Japanese seem to be formidable builders themselves. And get some armies, boss. They look pretty handy at fighting as well.
Get some armies, boss. Pretty handy in fighting. Alright, first things first, we need to... We're going to do a mixture of conquest, I think. There might be an issue if we take that settlement.
A warring nation needs resources.
We'll capture a settlement. Because we can. And because I kind of want to have multiple settlements. While we're doing a kind of goodish playthrough, the problem is... Oh god, he's going to comment on everything I build, isn't he? It's going to be mildly agitating.
A magical shrine of some sort?
Okay, we need to start assigning males and females to do things. Specifically, mine worker. We need to make a lot of male breeders because we need to get that population going. So, most of the males will be on breeding duties, while we'll need to put a lot of people on building duties as well. Alright, so...
The Greek villas have a certain grace, I will admit.
This man sounds reasonable. He sounds like he's already swayed by our glorious superior culture. And who said there was no such thing as superior cultures? Clearly, this man is going to tell us that there is a superior culture. And let's be honest, the Greeks are far, far cooler than the Japanese. I'm sorry to say. But they do rate pretty highly. In fact, they're higher on higher than the Norskins, in my opinion. I know that'll make people a little upset, considering there's a large Norskin following. But, you know, details. Can't help it. You guys are just a bunch of fucking mountain savages. Alright, so let's see. All credit goes to a friend named Alldog for that saying, by the way. I did not coin that phrase. I'm sure it's been around a lot longer, but he was the first one to introduce me to that. Oh god, that was funny. Alright, you guys need to fuck another generation into existence, like ASA fucking P. Because I think aging has now become a thing. Alright, so there's some lots of fertile grounds here too, which is really nice. Okay, so we'll help construct the altar just because we need to help our village get its roots down, and plus we need to impress the little settlements nearby. There are a bunch of little settlements that aren't even capturable because all they do is migrate these little points here. I do plan on eventually covering the first Black and White, just because the first Black and White has a much superior system for how settlements and conversion and religion works. It works much more in a religious sense than this one. This one doesn't really work out like it should. We're supposed to be a god, you know, spreading our religion, and it doesn't quite feel that way. Now we want the the refinery buildings close to the stockpile.
Smelters process ore, and ore means war. Ha!
So there are city builders. They will never match my city.
Oh, I have no doubts we will match that man city
The Greek code
tenfold.
seem uneasy for. As the teachings of war say, fear not your enemy.
Fear not your enemy. Okay, this is a minor inconvenience. There's some rocks that seem to be in my way, and they need to get out of my way so I can place more important structures. There we go.
Praise all the gods you wish, Greek.
There's only one god, and that is the god Kibbs. Or god known as Test. Because this is the test save now that I think about it, and I never fucking renamed it. Test god will lead us to glory by testing trees.
Underestimated them.
Yeah, alright, let's see.
Town grows quickly.
We have some little bunnies.
Homes for our warriors, although they choose to be on the battlefield.
Although they choose to be on the battlefield.
Step up our defenses. Send out raiders.
Okay, we captured that town. That's excellent news. I want that settlement as well. Ooh, there's a mob of enemy infantry there.
Bow to the might of my armies.
You know what? I might have to have my creature go and help. Give me that fucking tree. Get your fucking happy ass over here, you little queer, and kill them at once. He's like, oh, I'm going. You know, it looks like my creature's anorexic, but honestly, he just doesn't eat as much. I tell him to eat more, but the little fucker just doesn't want to listen to me. Despite telling him repeatedly that he needs to feast.
Feeding the people just got easier with this granary.
And a tavern, which will make our people much happier.
Their warriors will become careless if they spend their time drinking in such places.
Yeah, they'll become careless from drinking alcohol. They build a tavern, and he's like, I will build a tavern. My warriors will become much happier. It's like, what? Fuck you. He's like, okay, are you gonna kill him? No, wait, you don't look like you're gonna kill him. Now, how do archers work? Okay, we're having our first combat engagement. Dodge, motherfucker, dodge, motherfucker. Some retarded ass sync animations that don't look that good. Now, will we win? Right in the butt.
We will avenge your death on our warriors.
Alright, creature, I'm gonna have you go work on getting better at combat while this army captures that village there. Now, we have a village over here, and we need to have them do things. They want a tavern. They can have a tavern. I am a kind and caring god. I'm just going to supply them with much better. I'm also going to encourage them to fuck each other, because the little bastards need to make more of themselves. You'll be a farmer. You'll be a farmer. God damn it. You'll be a breeder. I need to get this population up and running. So we'll have 4 male breeders. That should get this village rolling. You are in charge of being foresters. And are we out of people here? Can I have people live there? I don't think so. I don't know so. Okay, we're running out of wood, which is the kind of shameful part. Can't quite reach over there either, which is the other shameful part. Can I even reach the ore in time? If my mouse wouldn't be glitchy, I could probably do it. Ugh. No, I don't think I can reach it in time. I'm gonna have to rely on the villagers to take care of that, which is unfortunate. Okay, there's good news for us. There is a ore rock, which will allow me to create more mine workers in the interval. There we go, and we'll finish that temple. Oh no, we won't. Not enough ore. Ugh. Oh, don't split it in half. Oh, that's mildly cancerous. Why would my people forfeit their honor? Because my city is much sexier than yours, friend. Honor is all I worship. Okay. That man is a goddamn weeboo. Goddamn weeaboo, as those kids call them these days. Now, let's see, where's my other ore rocks? We don't have any more ore rocks. That makes me sad. We're about to capture that village over there. My cow! He, or she. She's dead. She could not even... Did you even kill any of them? Did you? I don't think you even did.
We must retake the town. Go now, troops.
Now, they said they're going to try to retake it. I'm going to have to put up a staunch resistance and prevent them. If they really want a fucking iron mine, so be it.
A smelter? What are the Greeks planning now?
Okay, you'll be a builder. We're going to need some farmers. And a forester. That'll be good for now. Alright, they're supposedly sending an army to retake that, so I gotta keep an eye on it. There's some migrants over there. We can accept them into our
These
village.
Greeks are expanding their territory. We must remain vigilant.
Okay, there, we got some trees now. This will come in handy for helping the village to get a good head start.
The smelter.
And with the smelter, we can refine our ore.
Drinking weakens the senses of both builders and strategists. So say the teachings.
Jesus.
So they begin to
Oh, he doesn't have a creature building. Yeah, that's no wonder why he didn't get revived that way. That is unfortunate.
the finest
Yeah, I can imagine you're angry.
this armory.
Alright, let's see.
A migration is waiting at our borders for you to accept them.
Get in here and get to work. We need more minions. Alright, there's my army going over there. Now, I'd like to get my hands on that settlement, too. That's handy. Some tribute from completing a bonus objective. Okay, and we need a creature pen. This is true. This is very much a yes, too. We need
Start the
that.
construction of the Siren Wonder.
Oh, they're building a super weapon already. That's quick.
Good. Somewhere for our creature to sleep.
I just like it because it looks nice. It's a city builder after all. I gotta make my city look nice and pretty. Alright, we'll set that over to the side. Grab some more trees because we're gonna need them. And we'll just help get this, our main settlement, under control. I should be helping the secondary settlements, but I want to get more migrants as quickly as possible. Alright, come on. There.
Dwelling for a creature. These Greeks are unlike any people I have met before.
That's strange, because the Norskins have a dwelling for their creature as well as you. Now they want a nursery. That is interesting. I will grant them their wish, as I am a kind and noble god.
Invest in their young. This shows wisdom. Perhaps they're familiar with the teachings.
The teachings of what?
These people join us and take up our code of honor. We
Those
will
people are
benefit from
damn
our
traitors is what they are. They should be loyal to me.
This sturdy gatehouse is
I'm the only one who truly cares about those people.
well.
And he's very chatty, isn't he? Mildly annoying. I'll have to deal with it for now. Now we can build a
The
pottery.
archer's armory will be vital for our defenses.
Okay. Okay, and a bathhouse, huh? You little bastards already ready for a bathhouse. Let's see.
The Greeks seem to prize cleanliness.
Couldn't say anything negative about that, could you? It's like, damn.
Those that expand too fast expose their flanks.
Not particularly, my good sir. I'm a god. I don't think I have to worry about that. Now we could also use a grave to honor our dead.
The Greeks bury their dead with honor.
Alright, we could also use a university. I kind of put it in a place where it'll help expand my influence. And what better way to explain it over here?
Greek scholars could teach us much.
See, he's starting to come around to the thought of being Greek.
We gain strength in such growing numbers. We cannot fail.
Put the nursery next to the, whatchamadooey, hecky? Yes, and a little pasture right there. Nice and perfect. We get little moo-moo cows. We can feed the people. How much ore have we gathered? Probably not much at Ghana. So we shall help construct these buildings as quickly as possible. Capturing villages takes a significant amount of time. Alright, what else could use ore? That's an excellent question. Probably this. And if it had to wager the bathhouse as well. That uses a significant amount of ore. That's okay. That is okay. Our lads and lasses need to be nice and cleanly. We're Greeks after all. We are supposed to be a very noble race and very noble people. Much like the Japanese, we share much commonalities. We could be very honorable brothers.
We unite against the Greek menace. Our honor and power shall drive them from this land.
Alright, let's get that
Can you cleanse
graveyard
your
done.
spirit too, Greeks?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, the Greeks have a god, you do not. You're a godless people. Quite literally. That's another problem with Black and White too, I think, is there was no gods. No other gods to fight. At least in vanilla Black and White too. Alright, time to get that university built. There we go. We must have like binoculars. Because he's commenting on everything we're doing. He's like, yeah, yes, they are educating their people so they're less retarded. So he's a good thing. He is resting away and healing, which is good. Our little creature grows strong.
Future generations of Greeks arrive in this land.
We're sort of like a cancer, now that I think about it. The Greeks, wherever they go, slowly come and change the ways. Oh my god, isn't that fucking funny? We arrive, except, granted, we arrive peacefully, and we bring in, well, for the most part. I mean, it's a pretty peaceful takeover. Alright, you wish to build a temple in honor of me. That is most noble indeed. The problem, though, I see here is you can't really build a temple anywhere at the moment. How about these people? They're not under my influence yet. But you wish to, you know, bite more than you can chew and build a temple. So be it. If you guys really, really want to have all these things, even though you're not ready to build any of them, oh, good God. Build one more over here, but we do need to make sure our road can get around this. I guess the people are hungry. Ooh, do not crush that cow. We do not need that meat tenderized. Oh, for God's sake. Alright, let's see. Num num. What, I'm evil for that? Are you I gave you beef. What are you gonna use with the cows, huh? Nothing? Is it just for looks? You fucking idiots. My people aren't very wise. It is clear they need to go to that university and become educated. We need meat and beef for our people. Another nursery. You guys are really fucking... I'm proud. We need more Greeks anyways. So he says the troops are coming, yet I have yet to see any such force.
A migration is waiting at our borders for you to accept.
Which one? Oh, here. A couple. Oh. There we are. More people into our glorious settlement. Now, let us see. They are falling to our persuasion.
If the Aztecs did not have us in their power,
We'll do the bonus scrolls once we have all the towns
we
migrated.
have no true quarrel with these Greeks.
Yeah, see, you don't have any quarrel. Now, to get these people to procreate. Oh, you're a whammon. You're gonna farm. You're gonna breed. You're gonna breed. So we can get the populace up here. You're gonna forest.
The people migrate
I'll
to the
grant your
Japanese
wish.
way of life.
Disciple builder.
You're gonna build, you're gonna forest. Okay, we can start getting these settlements ready. God, the priorities straight, so you gotta get that bathhouse. We know why they switched over to us. It was the bathhouse that did it. Alright, now to help them build. As to better get them established. Alright, that's good. Got to get all these little buildings rolling. I feel like I'm doing all the work here. My people are a little bit lazy.
Our ranks grow as more join us.
Well, happy days for you, good friend. But you will join me, so...
Boys, we've got enough tribute to build an archer armory. Hey, let's do it.
Maybe. Thing is, archers aren't that useful. Combat, they're kind of useful, but I'm not going to attack an enemy that has a wonder which converts... Oh, by the way, this wonder they're constructing will convert my people. Any armies I send to their base, they'll use it on them, which will convert them to their way of life. So they're basically... You know that song, I think I'm turning Japanese, I really think so? Yeah, essentially that is what happens. They turn into Japanese people. It's a little unfortunate for me, because my people betray me. Like the damn dirty bastards they always was. Alright, let's see. You wanted a bathhouse? I granted you your wish. You have a bathhouse. You're welcome. Oh, now you want a place to bury the dead bodies? So as the dead bodies are piling up, like, well, the bathhouse might get a little stanky. God damn, get your priorities straight, people. Oh, hey, nice. There's an iron mine, and not that far away. This is very, very, very convenient. The graveyard will be right next to where they grow up. As to give the children perspective on life, you know. You'll be born, you're gonna grow up, and then one day you're gonna go to the sleepies forever. Oh, good God. Alright, let's see. We need some miners, that's for sure. I cannot create disciple miners. Oh, you're a child.
Disciple
Well, that explains a lot more as to why I could not.
Disciple farmer.
Alright, that settlement's got stuff cooking with gas now. This settlement... Now, where's an ore mine for the settlement? Is there none nearby? For quite a distance, I might have to bring ore in and supply this expansion. Now, what is this? What do we have here? Do we have a invasion? Do I need to repulse said invasion? Is that what these little forces are? Wandering around? Do they require my divine way of striking them down? I think what I'll do is I'll get a mansion. That ought to fucking make the little fuckers impressed. Excellent. What else can I acquire? Nothing of real significance or value. The heal miracle's always nice, but meh, I think I'll save up for now. This looks like a possible invasion. By the hand of God, I will smote thee down. How does it feel to be smoted? You're being smoted as we speak.
People are coming under attack.
Smoted, smoted, do the sleeps. Cheer as I kill your warriors, glorious. Alright, where are they? What's wrong? Are you dying by the hand of God? Disgusting. We will send them back. Because we are a most noble God. Here are your friends. There we go. And they have been sent back. In a most noble of way, of course. How we treat every enemy of the Greeks. With utter fucking resentment and disgust. Okay. From this point onward... Oh, you little weasels. Think I'm gonna let you out? I don't think so. Oh, you're gonna escape. But not all your brethren. There's gonna be a fair few of those who didn't make it quite home for Christmas. Nope. Maybe not as many as I'd like.
A nursery to nurture the honorable warriors of tomorrow.
There, I gave them their dead back, because I'm a nice god. Okay, you're gonna need ore. You want walls, I can understand why, but I'll bring a garrison of forces to guard you and keep you nice and safe. After all, you are now part of my empire. Let's see. How's our village doing? It's doing good. They could use houses, or so they claim. But I don't think I want to give them houses just quite yet. I want to build manors. That is what I want to give them. higher class living.
Architecture is sturdy.
And, you know, something for the upper class, obviously. We need to get a mansion.
I may take this dwelling as my own after I defeat the Greeks.
Oh, see, look, he's like, well, I kind of like the mansion. That's kind of what I thought he'd say. All right, let's see. We got a couple of mansions that'll inspire the little bastards. All right, we could probably do the side mission. I think we're relatively safe and secure for the time being.
Oh, my poor Dolly. You look so poorly. What on earth
My
is
poor
wrong
Dolly,
with
you look so poorly.
Oh, my. That sheep isn't ill. It's giving birth. Catch her lambs or they'll get hurt.
Now, why are there white clouds? Is that supposed to be liquid?
Very good.
Or the speed at which the sheep is going?
Salad, you got onions, tomato. Yeah, but that'd be nice. Real tasty.
Real tasty.
Oh, here comes another.
Right, we must land the man sheep who's got so many babies backed up in there that it's fucking, the pressure's so high that they just shoot out like machine guns. I can only imagine that these things are gonna have some brain damage. But hey, we've saved animals, you know.
Get ready.
PETA, or whatever that weird gay organization's called, will probably love us now. Except we did kind of turn a cow into, you know, beef. But, you know, details. They can't all be winners. I'm catching your sheep. Look, I haven't even let a single one go. I'm that good.
Any second
How many of them do I have to save? And the reason why we're doing this now is to get tribute. Tribute, which we can use if just to make sure. I feel like I have to explain it again because they're like, why the hell are you doing this? That's a good fucking question. Our resources are climbing up. That's pretty good. This is kind of boring. I'm kind of getting bored. Could you hurry up and shoot all your sheeps? Okay, that's another one. That's another one. Oh god, look at all the sheeps. That's a lot of sheeps. This man didn't have that many sheeps before, but he's gonna be a very wealthy farmer, a sheep farmer after this escapade. He should probably get working on his house too. So it seems he built a fence, but no household.
ready. Here it comes.
He's off to a pretty good start, though. He's got quite the flock. Alright, how many of these fuckers do I have to say? 15?
Any second now.
No, that's how many I've saved so far. 16. Jesus. These fuckers are going to be inbred. Assuming those ones right there aren't of the same... from the same parents. Yeah, that's going to be quite the inbred sheep farm he's going to have here in a few generations. They're going to get really weird looking. Oh, good God. Almost let that one go. That was close. We almost had some lamb chop. Oh. Some slightly tenderized lamb chop, no less.
Get ready. Here it comes.
Okay. Did we catch them all yet? This is getting a little absurd, I think. 25 lambs now.
Any second now.
All right. I think your sheep can stop. I think it's going to go to 30. Okay, it's done. Oh, my town's under attack. That's lovely.
I will watch with interest while the siren does her work.
Oh, that's lovely too. This isn't even the sheep's being done. Could you hurry up, please? I can't actually scroll away. Oh, good. Another animation. Does he even have eyes?
My Dolly.
He's got
You're
sockets.
back now, and we've got these new friends to play with.
It's
You
a
did
bit
it,
creepy.
Lydia. Great work.
So the man's a blind man. Okay. Now, where's that village under attack? Our soldiers are camping. I've yet to see any evidence of an attack on any settlements, for that matter. They grow a little bit wearisome. A little bit wearisome of that. Okay, that turned out to be absolutely fuck all. Now, how soon till this village will migrate? Ah, they already did. Pity. Looks like we didn't get them either. Much pity. Alright, what can we build? Well, we can help build the mansions, which I think I will definitely do, because that's the only way we're getting off this rotting island. So we gotta build these now. Just help our villagers get on the right path here. But yeah, no. As you can see, the game has a few flaws as we've continued to play it. And I think it'll become more prevalent when we actually do try to do some military conquest, which I do want to do. I'm not sure if I want to do it, save it for the expansion, though. For an emperor? Oh, did we finish with the wood in that? Could other villages use aid in construction? I'd imagine, no, they're on their A game down here. Now, you guys always seem to be a little bit totty. That could be due to lack of ore, which I will send some ore to aid you in the following day, if I can remember. I am a benevolent being, but I am not all-knowing, sadly. Let's see. There's a huge obsession with these. Okay, there's an rock. You may have some ore. I am a kind and gentle god or something. Okay.
I grow ever more impressed with Greek architecture.
Let's see, we've got some cool shiny buildings that I totally invented, because I'm God. You know, that's how that works. With my own divinations, I invented these structures. I had to, of course, get tribute in order to come up with the design. Or the tribute inspired me, let's put it that way. My people's tribute has inspired me to invent new buildings for them to live in. It's just so self-strokingly egotistical. It is very godly of me. Alright, let's see. Oh, look at that. Look at how impressive these structures are. That has got to send chills through them. Just absolute chills. Oof. I know I'm getting chills. That might be because it's cold outside, but, you know, details. It's very cold. Holy moly. Right, how soon till that village migrates,
This conflict continues, and it is the Aztecs who make us vie with the Greek people.
Seems like they're already falling to the glorious taint of my village. 3,000, collect resources. Villagers have done a good job here. Win the land. Build a wonder. Ooh, that's a shame. I could have got 100,000 tribute had I just saved up, had I met it a little bit harder. Oh, pity. Had I pre-planned this, I could have made a bajillion tribute in this level. Looks like I'll have to suffer now. That's a bit of a shame. Oh well, I think I'll get over it. See, I'm not sure. I don't think this village... Does this village impressiveness over here equate to this village over here? Let's see. Required impressiveness is 11,067. So if I were to aid them in building this, it shouldn't be 11,067 upon its completion. Because otherwise that kind of dicks over the whole, like, mixing expansionism with, you know, building up your cities. It just doesn't work in that case. Which would be kind of lame, but we'll see, Now, I'll need your people's ore. Of course you'll think I'm evil for taking it, because it's not like I've ever done anything to help you. However, I'm going to take that ore as a tax and put it over here. Now, let us see. Impressiveness required to capture. Did it go up? No. Was it at 11,000? Did they build something? I don't think so. They haven't seemed to been building much. Huh. 11,000 impressiveness. That's not a whole heck of a lot. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It will not take much to sway them from their ways of life to a most noble Greek way. More mansions are always nice. Now, mansions alongside manors. Our Greeks deserve nothing less and nothing better. Granted, the property value will go down slightly, but I don't think I'm going to be that bothered over it. Thank God that's not a feat mechanic. Wait, or is it? I don't think it is. This game's so half-baked I don't even know anymore. Alright, well, yet again, use our divinations to help our people. We'll try doing another bonus objective, or mission. Just to give our people a helping hand. Alright. You're a good creature. Yeah, you should have brought something else. I finished using the... He tries, granted, he tries. He's not very useful when it comes to actually building structures. I think there's a way to teach a creature how to build buildings, which would be extraordinarily useful. Wait, that building? Yes, that building's done. Now, is there any more ore rocks sitting around outside the ore mine? Don't mind if I do. That's a big chunk of ore. Sometimes these big chunks of ore can have like maybe only 200 ore in them, just to really troll you. And is it me, or do buildings like look weird upon sloped ground? Like they're not just like exactly the same, but at an angle they're like stretched weirdly. Like see how it's pulled to the right a little bit? That looks pretty trippy. And versus if we look at the if we look at the mansions here, like look at that one. That one to the right is pretty normal. Granted, if you look closely, you can see a little bit of pixelation suggesting it's tilted up at an angle. Which leads me to believe there's an element of the game that sort of changes the model to try to make it look like it was built upon the slope. It just looks awful, though. So, it doesn't quite achieve that effect. Alright, so we have built many buildings. These peoples could use more ore. And we're going to attempt this thing. This side mission is relatively hard, if I remember right, because like some of these are just awfully made. Ugh. But we'll see.
Student monk, it is time for your test.
I'm sorry about the barking. The dogs are apparently excited.
Using your chi.
If you hear it, I hope you don't. I did set the noise gate pretty fucking solid, so you shouldn't hear background noise ever, unless it's really loud. Look at that man. He's like, oh, focus your chi.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Poor fellow. Perhaps you could help by destroying the blocks for him, leader. Usually I
Yes.
wouldn't agree with Beardy, but when it comes to destruction, I just can't say no.
Yes, by helping this man get through this lesson without him learning, we are being a very responsible god, making sure he doesn't actually make any progress. I don't really understand.
You need to work harder to harness the awesome
Should I
power
punch
of
when he
chi.
punches?
You may try again when you feel ready, student.
Yes, Grandmaster Kai.
Alright, I'm just gonna try shaking the mouse just like religiously. Just all like... Nope, that doesn't do it. Okay, so what, do we punch at the same time? Look, we can make the grass go away. We can just literally
Focus
rub it
your
away.
chi, student.
Ah, fuck it. I can't be asked. Look at that. We can actually rub the grass away. That's kind of cute. Mildly dumb. But let's see. What can we do here? Well, our village grows strong here. We have a strong village over here. The enemy seems swayed by our greatness. It's to be expected.
These Greeks should not be our enemies.
That's right.
We must oppose them. The Aztecs command us to.
Now, any new structures of great impressiveness? Yeah, there's some minor shit here and there. Skyscrapers will be handy in the future. For very tight spaces. They're kind of really ugly, though, as you continue to build them. Let's see, we could use a resting home. That is a nice building for our peoples. Now, do we have... no, we do not. I was like, if we still have it, I'm fucking going for it. Alright, we could use a lumber mill, though. That's probably going to do us in, tribute-wise, by a fair bit. And I think we'll also get the armory, just 'cause. Just because we fucking can. Alright, that's a couple of buildings that we can build now. But our people clearly do not want, which is always adorable, I think. Thinking I care about their real wants. I just want their city to be impressive. So everyone will join them in glory. Alright, what do you people want? Do you still want a temple? Can you yet build one? You can. Very weird designs. It's not really good for city building now, is it? Now you guys want an old folks home because you don't like your old people hanging out in the street. What a bunch of cold-hearted bastards. Alright, so I'll build them their old folks home. Let's get these villages sorted. Shall we? Shall we? Now, iron I'm gonna have to nick from everywhere else, because I'm a kind and gentle god. What can I say? That's one thing down. And that's got a head start. Alright, now we do need to have an old folks home here, because there's just such a large populace. They're gonna need one. So we'll force them to have one, whether they like it or not. There we are. Much better. Alright. Build this. There, that'll give them plenty of shit to do for a while. Now notice how he doesn't comment on the old folks' home being built in the other place. He didn't even comment on it being put here, but will he comment on it being constructed here? That's the experiment I'm doing right now. I'm kind of curious. If he comments on it being built here, then that means that there's a weird glitch. And I'm wagering there's there's not enough ore, huh? Well, we need more. We need more mine workers. We also need refiners.
Disciple refiner. Disciple mine worker.
Right, that'll do. Well, it won't, actually. It's close, but no cigar. Now, there's more ore mines up there, but I can't quite reach with my influence. I could have my creature run up there and grab them, but I'm a little lazy. I'm just going to grab that instead. And like so. There, see, he comments on that.
True sign of strength.
Weird. I have a feeling building up these other settlements will actually be fruitless. And will actually prevent me from progressing, so... Instead of just finicking... Okay, like, hold on a tick. Has his village at all in any way expanded? Okay, yes, he is building more buildings. What is he building even? Hovels or... Okay, so he's building stuff. I think it might be more fruitful just to build up our primary city for the time being. The nice thing is we can actually, you know, as a favor to you peoples... Actually, fuck it, you don't need all that wood. Who am I kidding? Thank you. As taxation for your advancement technologically, I'm going to take some wood. It's only fair. In exchange for your labor and services. To the greater good. Oh no. Alright, let's see. We'll help build these mansions. Poof. More impressive. Only by 190. It's high, but I don't know if it really equates out there for the resource value. Granted, the more structures you build, the less value they'll have impressive-wise. And I'm kind of imagining this is a high-valued area, but it's really hard to tell what is high value and what isn't, because the game doesn't really tell you anything in that regards. Also, if gods help build things, they generally lower the impressiveness value. So I'm going to only help a little bit with the mansions. But for every other construction, I'll help out to the most. So yeah, see, the value is increased over here by a larger portion. So over here is a higher value construction zone. I just find that kind of interesting how that works. It's like, what determines it? Is it just high ground building up on the low ground? It has lower value. Like, what sells this? This, I guess it's higher, so you get like a little bit more of an overview. So maybe it's altitude. Versus buildings down here don't really get to have a good view of like everything. I mean, actually, this is a relatively flat city. You can kind of see quite a fucking ways. Let's see. Okay, that's done. There we go. That'll encourage them to make more kids. There's plenty of room for them to expand now. Oops, bumped my desk. There we are. Create 100 soldiers. That's apparently a reward. Well, I kind of want all the tribute rewards I can get. Anything that I don't get done while we're doing the mission, I'll sort of try to make an effort to complete afterwards. 300 population, that's 20,000 tribute. That's pretty fucking nice. I'll make an effort to try to snag it off screen before we progress to the next island.
Oh yes, Henry's turned weedy men into warriors of
They're also impressive, and I kind of like having one because it makes my city look nice. Why can I not rotate? Okay, that was kind of weird how that was working out.
Yeah, archers. I love ranged weapons with a passion.
If the Aztecs did not have us
10,000, so we're beating them impressive-wise.
this conflict,
And these we're going to run out of city space relatively fast.
these Greeks.
Now it looks like we could use another storehouse, apparently. And that we will do for our people. Building the storehouse. Now I think it would be worthy of noting that this village is just growing this quickly as it is. Like, they've been here, and they came here relatively when we didn't. This is all they built. Granted, they built a wall, but that was pre-built before they got there. I have built this. I've built these things. I helped build those. I helped build these. Like, people are going to be like, wow, we're living with the Greeks is actually quite nice. Okay, so that's how we'll find out. Okay. Is he building anything now that will determine whether it'll change or not? I don't think so. Let's see, 10,818 or whatever. So if we build a couple of buildings real fast, that will show us whether or not it does anything. Sorry, lads, I'm going to need that ore for something else. Okay, there we go. That's some ore. And where's your storehouse? You have a storehouse. Yes, you do. Okay, good. And we'll help build these structures real fast. Now, before I finish either structure, I'm going to get really close to finishing them so we can determine really quick. So let's see. We're also building structures in the other area, but these structures should be much more notable compared to those other buildings. Should be. Is the key word I'm going to use here. Okay. Toss those in there. Toss a few more so we can just come and grab them when we're ready. Okay, let's go take a look again. Now, let's remember this, guys. 11,007 impressiveness required. Now, upon helping build these structures, will it be 11,000? It should be below 11,000 by quite a fucking bit. By quite a fucking bit indeed. Nope, it doesn't even affect it remotely. That's unfortunate. So these villages, I assume, have their own impressiveness levels. However, it won't really affect it until it surpasses the impressiveness of your primary village. So what you could do is you could still take over these settlements and use them for military expansion. Also, you could use the population because you need people to build up armies. Problem is it takes a long time for people to reach a point where the population booms. And that's the hard part when you're trying to do with this game militarily. So that's good to know. We know now that this expansionism has probably hurt us in the long run here, actually. Because we could actually just use more people back at the primary settlement. That's unfortunate. But I'm going to have to play the game that way. Because the game was made that way. It was just an imperfection, if you will. I mean, granted, it wasn't finished, so they probably never knew that it was a bad idea. Or maybe they did. That's why they quit working on it. I couldn't tell you, is the sad part. That's a shame, because that would really promote a mixed style of gameplay. Or a play style. And that would have been more interesting, in my opinion. Having multiple settlements. That's kind of why when we do one day cover Black and White 1, because that one's a bit of a pain to get to work. we'll talk about that because you'll notice the difference. You'll be like, wow, that's much more interesting how you have to convert people to believing into you versus you have to impress them to go to your city. Instead of that, you get access to their city by converting them into your religion, and they're simply the only thing that changes is they just worship you instead of the other gods. And that's another important feature to note about the older black and white titles is they worshipped their own gods. There were other gods that existed, and you had to compete with them.
We must be ready for their inevitable assault.
Yes, there's totally going to be an assault, which is totally going to happen. Do not doubt me here, brothers. It is coming. It is a great assault. It will wipe you off the face of this globe, of this glorious earth. That refinery is definitely helping in terms of the amount of ore we're getting. It was well worth it, and it'll be useful on maps where it's harder to get access to ore, because these higher tier buildings require a lot of ore. And this is how we're going to beat them. We're just going to basically mansion them into oblivion. Mansioning into oblivion. You know, you wouldn't think that would be a thing, but this game, it throws a surprise here and there. No, I do not like how that's not connected. There, makes me kind of happy. Now let's see, we could use more mansions everywhere. It will be the primary staple of the Greek civilization. Reasons why you want to be Greek. Reason number 1, you get to live in a fucking mansion, or there's a fucking good chance of it. And at the very least, you get to live in a very nice constructed city that has all the things you could ever fucking want. It's a glorious city, a godly city, a divine city. Look, as we turn good, you'll notice there's little flowers everywhere. Just part of being, you know, good. The ground will change to reflect your behavior, along with the city. Like the buildings are covered in vines, and they're turning all blue and artistic and pretty looking. Reflects our behavior. Versus they look very ugly and we're evil. And we'll probably show you what that looks like when we beat the game. Or when we move into Battle of the Gods, because it's a lot harder to play completely good. No, not really. It's actually more remarkably easy, but you'll see. You'll see. It'll be cool. I can promise you that. Now, I am glad we took a... I don't want to... By the way, if you're going to notice now, between series, we're going to mix it up every once in a while with different games, as to not get bored of them. Because that would be a huge problem, I think. We don't want to get bored of any one game. And so we'll play a game to completion, and then we'll switch to a different game in a franchise. So we'll be constantly ever-changing forever. It's the plan. Just to mix it up, as to not get tired or weary. But I do intend to complete every franchise, for the most part. Or make an attempt, or at least show why I chose not to do certain things. I think that's an important thing to do. Now we need bigger trees. We need more trees. I wonder how... Apparently they think I'm evil.
This conflict continues, and it is the Aztecs.
Their impressiveness goes up.
With the Greek people.
Oh, they've been building more buildings, have they? That is rather unfortunate, because I want to beat them. I'd like to beat them in this episode, because I think the next level is a little bit more interesting. Granted, you're going to realize that the game kind of plays the same throughout its entirety. One of the sad things about it. Let's see, we need more ore. That is true. All right. Alright, we got a cool looking city, I think. Apparently people want to farm. It's a shame because the fertile areas are nowhere to be found. Except there. It's kind of fertile. Build 5 fields and land. That's 4,000 tribute for doing virtually fuck all. Yay. Alright, let's see. Was it a minus heart I saw by those two people? When they made sweet, sweet love on the street? Let's see. I don't want to know, actually. Deselect, you motherfucker. Come on. I will say the one thing about taking the village's advantages, if we have access to more ore, which we can emptily tax these people. And I'm imagining there's a trail of people. No, maybe not. Some wolves. Maybe it'd be ill-advised to go along that road. Do people go from city to city, though? I think so. Yes, they do. That's kind of interesting. I wonder how that works. Oops, I broke his pot. I am sorry. Oh, God. I am certainly going to hell now, for sure. Alright, now I need to tax you again, as usual. That's also going to be kind of a problem. If there is a possibility that they're taking ore from the other settlement and bringing it over there, which would be huge mismanagement of resources.
I'm impressed by the skill of the Greek builders. They impressed my people, and now they are going to use them to fight me. Recruit! How can we have allowed them to retake a town we had captured?
'Cause you done fucked up. Now, let's see. That has actually got them migrating, which was the last settlement besides their primary settlement. They have a lot of little armies stationed everywhere. Makes me wonder where their people are. Yeah, they continue to build more structures, so this is going to go on for quite a while. This weird sort of build buildings, build versus other guy building buildings. It is the unfortunate truth that we are now faced with, is we must rebuild multiple buildings. Might even be prudent to build these buildings to help expand our reach. The problem is going to really start pouring down to is ore. Ore is going to be the huge problem in the war of impressiveness. Though honestly, I think my city is way, way more impressive. At least I connected with roads. He just puts buildings out in the middle of nowhere. It's a bit savage if you do say so myself. Let's see. I like how they always stop doing what they're doing just to watch me do what I'm doing. Granted, it is like, oh my god, you just see the hand of God literally descend to work on a building or something. So yeah, I can see why they'd stop, but it's kind of an annoying feature because you know every time you interact with anything, people freak out about it and they like clicking that road. People are now stopped doing what they're doing, so basically it slows down the economy a little bit. It's a minor detail that is mildly annoying, but I guess it's for the aesthetic purpose, I suppose. I'd like to believe anyways. Connect this intersection here. Perfect. As you can see, I'm not very good with road systems. Never have been, never will be at this fucking rate. Now, another bathhouse, I suppose, would be good. Perhaps another nursery to encourage procreation at an unbelievable level. And then we will help build these buildings. Now, the university really did a number. That was like 800 or so. Or no, not 800, but it was fairly high in terms of impressiveness. That's gotta hurt. While he's building his little buildings. Oh boy. We might have to do this in a two-parter series. That's gonna be annoying. Actually, it's looking like we're gonna have to. Oh well, we've got a good head start at least. Thing is, I didn't want the black and white series to be too long, but we'll see. We'll see. I might do some minor editing. I don't normally like doing editing because it's kind of for the sake of it. But depends. If we run out of things to talk about, or it's not a whole heck of a lot of interesting things to discuss, other than the fact that this game doesn't have multiplayer. Granted, with its current systems, it wouldn't probably be that interesting either way, because military combat is kind of retarded. And honestly, military shouldn't even... military combat... It's like, it makes sense, but it doesn't quite work in a black and white game. Because you take a large chunk of your population. Now, it looks like I have a lot of people. But, for example, to show you how many men I have throughout the duration of this entire settlement, and how many troops I can recruit, but this is drawing from the entire male pool, is 180 soldiers. Now, while that's a lot of people, when you think about it, you begin to realize that that's actually not that many people at all. And, bearing in mind, those 180 people is every male person inside this settlement. With all those people gone, there's going to be no one to really procreate with, which is a problem, by the by. If you have no males, nobody will procreate. And if no one procreates, oh god, you've hit puberty, haven't you? You're looking a little bit like a cow should. Speaking of our creature, we should ensure that he's been taught properly and everything. We are a strict god. We are not a very... You shouldn't steal. Stealing is wrong. Thus, I get to beat you. Was that him falling over? You never steal from me. Yeah, that's right. Cry. Also, we are good. Do not attack things that'll eventually become mine, you moron. Oh god, he's got bruises. See, that's normally a gentle slap. And if I do it fast, it just does it sort of like the same. Like, see, I do it slow. And it does it just as hard. I'll never double out. Oh my god. Don't sleep against the opponent's buildings. Like, I just want to slap him gently. Oh god, game. It's the patch, I swear. I wouldn't beat my creature into bruised... Oh god. Look at all the people like, oh, let's just ignore it. Don't play with enemies. You'll get shot that way. And then you'll be dead. You have to respawn. Oh god, don't play with ore rocks either. That's very impractical. I bought you a fucking toy. Also, use your fucking building to sleep. Don't sleep by the warehouse either. Jesus Christ. He's developed a nasty fucking amount of traits here. It's a good thing I'm around to keep this little bastard in line. Okay. You've been properly re-educated. You scratching your back, you being a big creature. You're not as tall as that building, but you're tall. Throwing a tantrum. Oh. He's just getting back to work. Alright, so our little settlement grows stronger by the day. There's that migration. Let us see.
These Greeks should not be our enemies.
It's because he built more buildings, that's why.
The Aztecs command us to.
But he's nearly out of construction space. And he doesn't use a road system either, so that doesn't help him. I think we will conclude this. Can I grab this flag? No, they're going to have to wander over here. We'll conclude this for now, but I think we'll resume it. I don't know. I'll have to decide on what I want to do with it. But yes, we've got to the next island. We are firmly secure. The enemy AI is so incompetent it doesn't know how to attack. So it's just got its armies just sitting about doing, well, fuck all for that matter. But yeah, no, thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Black and White 2. And until next time, you have yourselves a glorious and fantastic day.